I don't want to disturb them. Hey. Is anybody actually watching that? No. Do you mind behind? Yeah. Where's the remote? There.
Of course you gotta be on here.
Of course she does. So, welcome back to the Matter of Facts podcast. We are on location at the Wilson Cabin in the backwoods of Tennessee right now. With Mrs. Matter of Fact / Gillian doing dishes. You're fine. But yeah, this is the annual patron and close friend of the podcast, camping trip / an excuse to get together and drink, smoke cigars, and act like hooligans for a summer trip.
You need excuses for that?
Well, I don't know if I'd call it excuses, more like a justification.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we don't really need a justification either. We just decide.
It's our scheduled time to do so.
Yes. But
instead of the once a year prepper camp, it's twice a year.
Well, and I guess let's start there. We have been going to prepper camp for years now, as most of the patrons are aware, even the ones that have been able to make it out. But prepper camp has always kind of been overshadowed by the fact that it's prepper camp.
Right.
So we're there, and there's classes, and there's an event going on that we're trying to commingle with without overshadowing. And that's why we started doing this camping trip, because this camping trip was really the idea of, we can get our spouses and kids to come to this. We can get everybody to mingle together and, knit those relationships tighter. And this doesn't have to be about preparedness for a weekend. This can just be trading recipes and swapping bourbon and, going on hikes, having fun, going golfing.
Yeah.
Doing whatever.
Yeah, just doing your own thing.
Yeah. So today's... We're trying to entice people to come in, but they're camera shy. Have you signed the media release? Have your parents authorized your likeness to be used in the production of a YouTube channel? Okay. He's like...
Gonna be YouTube famous.
Yeah.
That look on his face just clearly communicated he doesn't care if you allow it or not. He's not interested. Yeah. If we seem a little bit discombobulated this evening, bear in mind, it's 9:45 at night. We've been going since I don't know what time this morning. We're all moderately intoxicated at this point and all pretty sore from hiking, except for Andrew, who...
I went golfing and I'm drinking sweet tea, so...
How the hell did you become the responsible one this trip? I was the one that was raggedy and ratchet, getting drug up and down hills today. Both my knees are clicking like a pair of old Craftsman ratchets. I've been sucking down tequila now for about 2 hours because everybody keeps saying, "Be a man, drink it, you'll be fine." And he's the one who was about to squirt out of here and go to bed early tonight like a good boy.
I went golfing today. So
was it fun?
Yeah.
Was it relaxing?
Yeah.
Good.
Made a new friend. His name was Phil.
Not me, though.
Not you. It was a different Phil.
Different Phil. There's more than one Phil running around here.
It's crazy.
Yes, but we said that he couldn't come back to...
Wait a second. Now try talking.
Oh, I said, yes, but we said he couldn't come back to our camp area.
Can't have two Phils.
We can't have two Phils in one area.
Is that like a hard...
Self-destruct.
Is that like...
Two Phils is too many.
Well, definitely when they're like me.
Did he talk a lot?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, maybe we could have used him to kind of equal out.
Yeah, right. No, he was a nice guy. Local. He was local from the area. He was his wife was here for a conference, and he was like, "My wife works. I'm going golfing." And I said, "I like that. That's a good thing you figured out there."
That's a good relationship right there.
So, but no, it was fun. No, golfing. It was a great day for it, and obviously you guys had a good hike. Besides the the slight elevation change.
Yeah, so let's talk about that hike. I've heard every estimate from 2.5 miles to 4.5 miles. I think it was 14, but
well, what did you get?
Nobody
you got
believes
4 miles,
my
right, Tommy?
4.5.
Yeah, 4. Because I got about 4, but I started mine late.
And I think the elevation change was, I don't know how much I believe my watch, but I mean, I logged like 125 feet of elevation change.
No, not 125. I had, I was probably at 900 feet total.
900 feet total elevation change?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that you ain't going to have me walking up and down canyon steps again for a while.
Well, we started what, at the top of the mountain, or no, kind
Bottom
of in
of
the
mountain.
bottom, then up, then down,
Then
then way down to hell. And then we had to
Bottom of the
crawl,
waterfall.
to the bottom of the waterfall, and then we had to crawl out of the pit of hell, back up to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
But it was so worth it.
If anybody's watching this, like, I imagine a fair number of those pictures are probably going to wind up on our social media, Raise the Value social media, in the near future, if not by the time this goes out. It was a beautiful hike. It tested the limits of patience for a few of our campers.
We had multiple dogs too.
Yeah, we had 8 dogs.
8 dogs.
8 dogs, and it was funny because a lot of people we passed were like, "Oh, it's a parade of dogs." I wanted to be like, "Yeah, show your boobs. We'll throw you something."
We'll throw you a dog.
I mean,
And Sophie,
We'll throw
the
you one of
Dachshund,
them.
has like 3-inch legs, and she did the whole hike except maybe 100 yards. So
yeah.
she powers through.
Yeah, it's amazing to see those dogs, but poor babies. Most of them were like Willow's dog. At the end, she put her paw up on one of those steps, and she turned around and looked back like, "Do I have to go one more step?" She was pooped.
Oh,
Yeah.
all those puppies were pooped. The kids were pooped. I was pooped.
I was too.
Yeah.
Sleep good at night.
Yeah.
Oh
we'll
yeah.
Sleep good.
This between
Sleep good.
between the sunburn and the tequila, I'm gonna sleep really, really good tonight.
Wonderful. What?
That's a wrap.
That's it.
No.
That was enough dead energy right there. We'll just call it there.
Yep.
That was the day.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
No.
that
We've
really.
eaten a whole lot of really good food
Oh.
today.
Oh, the last couple of days.
3.
Yeah.
We have
I mean, the last
so
couple
much
days,
leftovers.
Yeah, that's. Will and I we're gonna do burgers tomorrow
For lunch.
for lunch.
Okay.
Yeah. We're doing breakfast, then we're having lunch, and then everybody's on their own for dinner. But there's so much in leftovers.
There's so much leftovers.
Well-
we need to eat it out.
Oh
Eat
my
it
Well,
out.
that and
gosh.
I already had food bought, like before this whole decision was made to do like community lunches or meals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I already had a bunch of food bought for myself that I was just gonna like grill over the fire and all that stuff. So I'm like, I have a couple more steaks in my fridge. I got chorizo. I have eggs. I have all kinds of stuff in my fridge still that. I'm like, I guess doesn't look like I need to go shopping anytime soon when I go home.
No.
But I mean, I feel like that's what always tends to happen when this group gets together. Is there's a spirit here of like the fellowship. You know what I'm saying? Like we all want to share our food and our booze with each other. We all want to share that experience, and yet at the same time, because of the world we all live in, we all have that idea of like, I'm happy to share meals with everybody, but I want to be able to take care of myself. So we all wind up getting way too hammered and eating way too much and going home with still leftovers.
I think
Yeah.
that's actually why I was like in the mood just to go back to my truck and just crawl into the top of the tent because I ate so much food today and I'm just full.
Yeah.
It's like I just could just go sleep.
If I'd have pulled this box out 5 minutes later, he'd have been
I would
gone.
have been gone. I was like, I'm just gonna go home. I just go home and I say home, but go back to my tent and relax.
Well, it's worse than that, patrons. Before like this all fired up, he admitted to me that not only was he going to go to bed early tonight, but he's been drinking sweet tea the whole time he's been here.
I had a thing. I
Lightweight.
had a thing of tequila or
Margarita?
I had a couple margarita.
Just a cup?
Yeah.
Wow, what's wrong with you today?
You see what I mean?
Trying to be
He's
responsible.
he's turned old and responsible on us.
That's what happens.
Tisk.
That's what happens when you hit 40.
No, I think next year what we need to do is we need to just cook 3 meals. 1 breakfast, 1 lunch, 1 dinner. Because then
Or just
eat through
Yeah.
the rest of the leftovers for the week.
Well, either that or so I kind of feel I feel like one year we did this and it might have been a prepper camp. the rule always at prepper camp was everybody's on their own for lunch. Because, you know, you got people at the campsite, you got people down at the food trucks. So lunch, everybody's on their own. And usually breakfast, everybody was on their own too, because, you know, some of us are up at the crack of dawn, some people linger until 9, 10 o'clock. So the group meal was always dinner. And if you had leftovers, it got eaten for breakfast or lunch. I don't know, like maybe we need to go back to that. I feel like we just, because there's so many families that come to this now, everybody wants to pitch in.
That's why it ended up with everybody wanting to cook a meal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's doing great. We just have leftovers, which, you know, should probably do that tomorrow night. Just everybody's leftovers.
Yeah, that's what I think we need to
whatever. I mean, but that's the thing though, is you have 20 people. I think it's 21 people.
21, right? I think we had 21 this year.
Yeah, 20. I mean, between the families and stuff, it's just it's like 21 people
8 dogs.
and
And
8
8
dogs,
dogs.
and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you have that but cooking for 21 people.
It's a production.
I have a hard time cooking for myself, let alone
It's a small
like,
catering
you know,
event every
yeah.
meal.
Yeah. So, you know, she wants to be on the show.
Do you want to come on the
Obviously.
show, honey?
Is that a yes or no?
I'm gonna get her one of these days.
You're on now.
But yeah, no, 21 people, it's hard to, so, like, you know, Holly made a bunch of food. I mean, you guys made, Tim made a bunch of food for breakfast. The food that we had last night, we had so much food that it's just hard. I mean, I think Willow and I, we counted up the beef that we both brought, and we have, I think, 15 pounds of beef. And I brought 2 pounds of ground Italian sausage to mix in with some burger. So,
And there's only going to be 3 less of us. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's that,
Lord.
Matt?
18.
So who's going home? Well, don't even cook that. Just bring it home.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, either that or we'll just eat it for lunch and dinner.
Yeah, because so it's like we're sitting there, her and I were looking at like all the food, and she's like, I got this. Do you think it's going to be up? I'm like, it's going to be fine.
Plenty.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna make that work.
Yeah.
We cooked 20 pounds of chicken.
Jeez.
3 pounds
Oh, yeah,
of
that's
sausage
right, yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
Like, what, 2 gallons
Pasta.
of pasta salad.
Yeah.
2 pans of
And then
veggies
desserts.
and 2 huge desserts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Whole
good.
lot.
So,
Yeah, I told Holly just a few minutes ago when she pulled out this entire Mexican restaurant in one little
Holly's
kitchen.
Hacienda.
Holly's Hacienda. I mean, what,
be a shirt.
three
She had
pans of
4
enchiladas?
pans. No,
4
4
pans of enchiladas.
Big thing of beans. And
Big-
then she made churros. She had
Big
rice.
thing of margaritas.
Margaritas. The whole chip and salad bar over there.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
I think it should be a t-shirt.
Holly's Hacienda.
Yeah.
I told her she could run a deep.
Sell it at prepper camp.
Yeah.
She could run an army DFAC if she wanted. I mean,
Holly's
I was-
Hacienda, home of the shit churros, the turd churros,
the turd churros.
the turd churros.
That should actually be on a t-shirt.
We're gonna do that.
Home of the turd
I
churros.
think,
Let's say that might be a C- for decorating and an A+ for flavor.
Words.
I know.
Sound them out.
Josh's wife can make those. She makes shirts and stuff.
Oh, does she? Oh.
I think we have some. Yeah, we got people that make shirts.
Yeah, and also
We just need to actually work on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of people that make shirts actually
Yeah. So,
in the pension.
So yeah, other than just eating ourselves stupid, we spent a lot of time goofing around. We spent a lot of time. Well, last night we were like, I think we're like this close to wearing Bethany down to get some night vision into that household.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think you're.
No, we're there.
Are we?
I got one out today and we looked at the stars a little while ago.
Oh.
They discussed, you know, there's some other financial obligations for like a kitchen and
Yeah,
we don't need that.
Flipping nonsense.
Maybe we could slide that in. And she said, yeah, maybe so. Like I'm telling you.
Oh boy, you can't dangle that carrot in front of Josh.
I'm
That's why he's out there so happy right now.
Yeah, so he's,
I don't have anything to sell, so he's on his own.
well, but we have a discount code through U.S. Night Vision,
Yes.
so we'll get him taken care of.
Yeah.
You should just leave that on their windshield wiper as we leave.
Yeah.
No, but in all honesty, like I don't know, like I feel like I feel like we do at this trip the same thing we used to do at prepper camp before prepper camp turned into such a melee. You know, it's like it's a lot of just goofing around with friends, and it's a lot of look at this cool toy I just picked up, and it's a lot of like just sharing the knowledge and sharing what our interest in the moment is. And I don't know why, but I feel like at prepper camp that kind of got away from us at some point. And it might have been about the time that like the group from Matter of Fact's podcast that goes prepper camp got so big. There's no way for all of us to, you know, have that same tight little circle we used to, where it was just 5 or 6 of us around the fire.
Well, I mean, when you and I first went the first year,
It was 4 of us.
well, there was 4 of us, and then I think we had a couple people that like popped in. But
The Waste and Ammo guys came to join us.
yeah, the Waste and Ammo guys, and
That was first year.
That was the first year,
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that was the year we thought you passed out, rolled down the hill, and then
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I stayed with Win in Wynn's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when maybe it was the second year, there was, it was a few more people kind of showed up, stopped by and said hi. But now we're on the PBN, we're on the Prepper Broadcasting Network with James and the whole crew. So now when we go to Prepper Camp, it's us, and then it's also, 6 or so hosts from PBN.
And usually about half the people that are presenting at Prepper Camp want to hang out with
Yeah.
the cool kids up top of the hill too.
Yeah.
That's what
Which is
True.
kind of the place to be now.
Yeah.
Which is funny because for years Rick has been trying to get us to go down the hill to hang out with everybody else, and I'm like, but we got our own thing going on up the hill, and now I don't know.
We
I want.
pulled them.
Yeah,
I don't want to
that's
say.
right.
I don't want to say we fight or compete, but yeah, there's a lot of people that are like, the keynote speaker is cool, but I want to go hang out with the drunks up there that are acting crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like we lost that vibe somewhere along the way. Like it just got really, really hard with all the people we're trying to talk to and all the obligations we have at prepper camp to be able to downshift and do something like this, where we can just spend an afternoon sitting on somebody's porch goofing around. We can't. I hate to say it, but it's impossible to do that at prepper camp anymore.
This is definitely a good venue. And like I said, it's cool. We bring all the families in, and that's really been nice. And really great having Bethany here, Josh's wife, and all the kids, and enjoying the rest of us. And
Well, what's nice about this too is, Prepper Camp. How many times have we went to Saluda, North Carolina?
7 or 8, I think.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, it's the same place every time, which isn't a bad thing because it's known there. But with this, you bounce it around. So it's just nice because now it's like, okay, we can see a different part. Let's go to somewhere else. That's we have the opportunity to see a little bit more of the United States than some people might would, if they weren't doing this. But
Is there anybody that was here this summer that said no to going to Michigan next year, except you?
except me.
He's the only one who is like,
we're finally offering for you not to have to drive 12
But
hours.
that's the thing is that's making other people having to drive 20 hours.
Okay, but you're looking at this
We're
the
okay
wrong.
with that.
But you're looking at this the wrong way. We're not trying to save you a drive. We're trying to go see Trek.
We want
Yeah,
to
that's
see
true.
Trek.
I could
We
care
wanna
if
go-
you-
We
I
want to
could
go see
care-
parts of the country we've never been to.
Yeah.
I could
Never
care
been
if
to
you have to
Michigan.
drive to Mars. I just want to go hang out with Trek.
Besides, the drive is the part of the vacation
Yeah.
anyway. It's part of the trip.
Well, I feel like if you guys are gonna come to Michigan, I don't know, we gotta figure it out because I feel like for you guys to travel, you've been to Michigan before, haven't you? Barely any. I don't think you neither. Of
I've
you guys
never
have.
been. My
But like, if you
family-
guys are
I
gonna
have
do it,
family
if you
from
guys are
there.
gonna come up for this, we need to make it a longer trip.
Yeah.
So I can take you guys to certain places in Michigan, like the Upper Peninsula and
Yeah.
all that, like a bunch of stuff. Like not just this event, but do a couple of extra days because
Do a week. at least.
I think
Yeah.
so. If we're all going to travel that far.
But yeah.
We're doing
'Cause,
3
like-
nights here.
Yeah,
but we're
because
in
I was talking to
Tennessee.
Tim. Yeah, and I was talking to Tim, and he was like, yeah, he's like, and they have the Sprinter van, but I was like, hey, the Tequila Mountain Falls, go up to the Whitefish Point to the shipwreck museum, right on Lake Superior. If you really want to travel, if you want to really head west, hit the Porcupine Mountains, which is way the heck on the other side of the UP, basically the borderline of Wisconsin. But no, the UP has a bunch of offers. The Mackinac Bridge. I'm not a big fan of Mackinac Island, but if you want to
So
see
is
it, you want to see it. But
is it that you don't want
Mackinac?
everybody to drive, or you don't want to play tour guide?
No, I don't mind playing tour guide. It's just I've been actually researching, trying to find places that accommodate princesses and stuff that don't like sleeping on the ground.
We just require running water and flushing toilets. That's all.
That's too much in Michigan.
We have cots. We'll sleep on cots, but
you think you have a hard time finding that in the South, but
really, the pipes freeze. What is going on up there?
We know water in Flint. Don't drink that.
yeah, right, yeah.
Oh,
The-
didn't
the
even think about that.
Probably
The-
don't even brush your teeth with it.
The tour in Michigan will include going to Detroit. No, I'm just kidding.
No. So what you're
Trying
telling
out
me
the night
is,
vision
Yeah.
in Detroit.
In Detroit.
so what you're saying is we all need to pack like M4s and plate carriers for that
Yeah.
trip.
Is that what we're
Okay.
doing? We're gonna get fitted for our plate carriers.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You mean you don't have your switch?
Yeah. No, don't take it everywhere. I don't need it. I'm in Tennessee.
I didn't bring my plate carrier.
What the hillbillies will just
I
take you
brought the
back for some
scorpion and the
booze.
bailout bag.
No. I mean that's the thing. If you guys are up for Michigan, then by all means,
Michigan.
Come on up.
I think that's it. We were supposed to decide tonight.
Yeah.
We're deciding. So
We
Well,
were supposed to decide.
I know. Trek Trek offered, like, he opened up his training facility, the Northern Woods training facility for everybody. The issue is just there's just not water.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's not where we're staying. We're gonna go visit, but that's not
Yeah.
where we're staying.
we're
So-
not staying.
We're trying to grow this trip.
at least
I was
what
actually looking at some stuff. I'm trying
Sorry,
to find
Phil.
a cabin. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to find some cabins, like maybe on like Lake Michigan, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
because that's what the other idea I had with Holly was, even if we had, instead of like even a campground, even if because I know Lake Michigan, there's a couple houses that you can actually rent, and so if we got together and we rented a house, if we figured out, hey, how many
Oh, that'd be
people are coming,
nice.
and
A
stuff
big
like that,
Airbnb kind of
you know,
thing.
yeah. So if there was something big enough to where it could fit, if get a solid number, hey, who's going?
Yeah.
I mean,
then
either
we find a
that,
house.
or if it's a campground that has like one of the group camps where you have like
That'd be
basically
cool, too.
bunks and a kitchen and bathrooms and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's what Willow and I were trying to find last year for this trip was a big Airbnb. But in Tennessee, the prices are so
Yeah.
astronomical.
Yeah.
well, I mean, now that we have a state picked out at least, like let's and Andrea, like we're gonna depend on you a lot for the legwork, but like
I'll
let's.
help you.
What I mean
don't know
by
if I want to go.
well, but what I'm
I'll be busy that week.
what
Golfing.
We'll
week?
find you.
Golfing.
We will find
We're gonna
you.
be in your state. We will find
Yeah.
I mean, I have your home address, dude. It'll be a gag and bag operation. But
We
on,
know your relatives
oh,
up
you
there.
guys! Oh man, you guys are up here this week. I thought we were in North Carolina this week.
anyway, but at least what I'm thinking is like if as long as we have the options available to everybody to where if they want to camp, they can camp. If they want something a little bit nicer, they have it available. I feel like that's important to be able to accommodate the whole group.
Yeah.
Because not everybody is at the same stage of roughing it as others are. But the other thing is, like, you're right. I definitely want to hear, like, where we can... I definitely want to have those options available to say, like, hey, we're doing a day trip here or a day trip here. And it's always been, if somebody wants to join, they can. If they don't feel like it, no pressure.
I mean,
You're
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's the thing is, I mean, Grand Haven is a gorgeous. Grand Haven or Holland are two great places. It's on the west side, but I mean,
And Carolyn went home not too long ago. She
Really?
went to-
oh yeah, to a festival.
She went like last month.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there's places. I'll have to look around and see what's available. It's just the idea of I did come across a place that had a bunch of yurts. So I'll have to look it up again.
Right up our alley.
Yeah.
the other thing I'm thinking
Not
is...
Tornado Alley.
we definitely need to plan a day trip to go see Trek. If not, see if we can't scam that into like a private firearms lesson / goof off at his range under nods after dark, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. Honestly, it depends on the group. Again, that might be something that is just smaller group size. Like
Yeah.
after the main event. Hey, we can take that because we can go take that and go up to Uncle Randy's cabin and do some other stuff. It's just one of those things that I don't know. We can coordinate. We can do whatever. And we'll coordinate it. Now that we got a state picked out, we can figure out events and do whatever. So. We have a year to plan it or so, roughly.
Yeah, we just
So-
need to get reservations within the next couple of months, so that
Oh, yeah.
people can start planning. And I cannot remember his name to save the life of me. One of our patrons, who's not in the Signal chat, by the way, so we haven't talked to him before. He just joined. He just became one of our patrons, I think, a month or two ago. And I got an email from him, literally the day before I left to come up here, saying, "Hey, I've been hearing about the camping trip. What are the details? It's probably too late to do it this year." And I was like, "Yeah, we're literally leaving to go on the camp trip tomorrow." Sorry.
I mean, you could make it happen.
Well, but he's from Michigan.
Oh.
He's a one of Trek's alumni.
Oh, we'll have to talk about it off the show.
Yeah.
Easy to.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I told him when I emailed him back, I'm like, I am pushing for us to do this in Michigan next year. It'll be super convenient for you. Hopefully you can come out and join us.
Yeah.
So
Ryan from Kentucky, is he still a patron?
Yes.
Okay, well, it'll be easier for him to get up there.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, and Nick. Nick, because Nick's coming up
That'd
for a
be
shotgun
nice.
class, and it'd definitely be fun.
I think that's kind of the plus, though, bouncing it around, though, is the idea is that
Yeah.
if we do it kind of within a certain proximity of different patrons every time, it gives us that chance to reach those patrons who we would never get to see, because not everybody can make the trip all the way across the country to North Carolina. Or not everybody will.
No, and
I mean, yeah.
I'm with Andrew with, depending on where we go after Michigan, flying could also be an option. And then maybe even we take this internationally. We talked about that last night.
Yes, Gillian is pushing for us to do a
Costa Rica trip.
Costa Rica trip.
Bali.
Kind of a joke, but not really, but kind of.
You're never joking about going to Costa Rica.
If we take it internationally, who knows? We could meet all sorts of new patrons. Australia. We could go to Australia.
Nah.
We have friends
Those
down
spiders carry birds away.
there. Oh, Lord have mercy.
And we're not up to date on our shots to go to Australia.
You don't have to have shots to go to Australia.
Like, I don't know. But yeah, so no. Yeah, that's the thing is that's what's nice about this is traveling around. It gives the opportunity for people who can't necessarily drive 14 hours to North Carolina, from Michigan, or even what's Louisiana's 12.
10 and a half.
Yeah.
For us.
This drive here was 9.5 for me, which I think was 9.5 for you guys.
Well,
Eight.
actually, yeah, because we took a little detour and came in a day early so we could stop and visit her cousin.
Yeah.
But I ran into the GPS, and according to the GPS, it is 8 hours if we go straight home and bypass Huntsville. So,
Our youngest are coming?
have
Are
y'all
you
been
coming?
given permission by your parental units to have your digital likeness put on the internet?
Yeah, we're all parental units. We're all parental units for these children.
Yep.
Their parents are probably too drunk anyway right now. Come on, girls, come have a seat. There's a microphone right here. We'd love to speak to you. Piper, why are you still so bashful to be around the podcast?
You were doing so bad, you go up there.
Come on, Tess, you come have a seat, baby.
We may or may not get the next generation of preppers to come on the show.
Hi.
Okay, this is Tess, and this is my daughter Piper. And after 8 years of podcasting, she is
8 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were just a wee tyke when we first started.
You were 4.
Actually, yeah, 8 years. 2000 and
Be 16.
2016, yeah. Because it was the year of all those floods in South Louisiana, which is the same year, I think. Was that the same year that the tornado hit my workplace? I think it is. Anyway,
yeah.
it was a wild. There might have been a reason I started a preparedness podcast shortly, right about that time. But anyway,
All right, so tell us about y'all's experience so far.
have y'all had fun
With the
these
camp?
last 2 days?
Yeah, with this whole trip.
Fine.
Except for today.
Except for today.
How was the hike?
Terrible.
Terrible.
The water was
beautiful.
But did you die?
Yes, but did you die?
I could have.
10 times.
If I-
I died 10 times.
If I got any further in that water, I would have died of hypothermia.
So
I don't know how she did it.
You become numb.
What about all the other kids
You
that were
also
out there?
die.
They didn't die.
No one died.
That's because they're used to it.
I was just gonna say that's what's funny
They
about
are
like
The temperature in Louisiana right now is like 98.
That's like beautiful for Wisconsin. Like Lake Superior is like 10 degrees colder than that.
Well, that's what's funny about like with you and your family being from Wisconsin and me from Michigan. It's like what the other night we're on the port or on the back deck and Jillian's like, I'm freezing. I'm like, this is perfect weather.
Chilly.
Like everybody from the
It's
south,
chilly outside
except for
right now.
Tommy, I guess. But
No,
no,
I felt good.
yeah, no, but like pretty much everybody from the south was like getting a hoodie on or bundling up a little bit. And
Yeah,
it's just
I've
like,
been
man,
wearing
this is perfect.
sweaters.
But can we agree that Georgia is at best the middle South, not the Gulf Coast? Slightly different.
Well, and I live in the extreme North Georgia. I'm 1 mile from
Yeah.
the North Carolina line in the mountains.
Yeah.
So I'm not typical. South Georgia is exactly like the rest,
Yeah.
but not where I'm at.
Who has whiskey?
I think
Sell it.
I think most of us are drinking tequila.
I have whiskey.
What? It's.
She's using the Sicilian hand.
You're right. It smells good.
It smells.
It has a distinct smell.
So, other than the fact that we made you go on a death march to Egypt, and you're planning on putting me in the worst nursing home on earth when you get older,
What nursing home?
never mind. She's just
Just
gonna
euthanize
take.
you,
She's,
Euthanize you. That's
she's just
I'm
gonna
just
take.
gonna leave you in the hospital and be like, yeah, you remember all those terrible hiking trips? This is for that.
And now it is recorded.
Now it's recorded. It's
Dang.
official.
Shoot. What about me? Am I going to be left in the hospital too?
The same
Definitely
room as
left
me.
in the hospital.
Okay. Other than that, did y'all have fun?
Yes.
I mean, we still have a whole
There's
day.
dogs.
Okay.
Piper loves the dog.
Piper.
8 dogs.
Piper has
And
had.
for pancakes.
Piper has like had a dog overload this whole trip.
There's 8 dogs and I love all of them.
And you want to take them all
They're
home?
so cute. Like, how could you not?
Beagles.
Oh, beagles.
Oh yes, beagles.
I want
You know,
beagles.
been fishing and swimming. What else?
I caught a fish today.
Good deal. What was it?
Fish.
It was a bluegill. It was like,
It's pretty big.
Awesome.
Y'all went on your own little night hike.
and we saw 4 deer crossing the road.
Yeah.
She got a picture.
A couple toads. Oh, we
That
saw
mood, right? I got this call over the radio.
Hey, can ducks moo?
Can ducks moo? I was like, no, but I just heard a bullfrog.
Bullfrogs can't.
Can ducks moo? I'm like, wait a second. Are you really my child? No, ducks can't move. And the ducks that are out there don't make a big sound at all, so don't
Why
move.
you keep doing this?
I'm
You're
itchy.
grabbing
It's like-
your chin
You
skin.
haven't been eating wild mushrooms, have you?
Yeah, right? Have you been down in Uncle Tommy and Aunt Kristen's?
No, I'm not talking about
Hey, but if rocks
Drinking
can
that
grow,
whiskey,
if
huh?
rocks can grow, then ducks can moo.
If that's what you think.
I don't know where quite
But I
we
think
went wrong with
I
her.
think it's been kind of cool with the kids because we give them the walkie-talkies and we'll just let them
And then
go.
we just leave.
They become
we
free
leave
range
them.
when we go on these trips.
Yeah.
Even at prepper camp, they become free range.
Yeah, and the
That's
walkie
always fun.
and the walkie-talkie more than anything is to be able to like get your butt back to the cabin to come eat or something. It's not.
Yeah, or it's I need
We
you
just
to,
find a place to sit down and just be like, this is cool.
I need you to shine your light towards the northeast and let
Yeah.
me see where you are.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It. I guess to me, the thing I find so encouraging about coming to do these kinds of events, though, is the fact that like everyone here just naturally watches out for everybody else's kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I have no concerns at all if Piper runs over into one of the other houses because in one of the other cabins where our people are because like I know she's going to be in good hands. It's
Then why do you
'Cause we
make
all
me
parent
bring
each
walkie-talkies?
so that I can tell you to come back without having to clap my hands around my mouth and scream at you.
Holly's back. Holly Hacienda. We're making a shirt, stickers. It's gonna say Holly's Hacienda, home of the turd churros.
True story. Best churros ever.
They were really good.
They were.
$2 extra.
That's right. $6 extra for the long sleeve shirts. We're gonna sell them at prepper camp. It's gonna be famous now. Yep.
So
Give me
how
a cut.
how much longer before you run a food truck up at Prepper Camp?
0 chance.
Look,
Are y'all webcamming too? Or
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying it right here.
This is probably going to be just for the patrons, though. And most of them you've
Yeah,
fed.
they're already here, so you've already fed them turd churros, so they love you anyway.
So what's the plan for tomorrow? Because I think we talked about the caravans.
Not
Or not the
die.
caravans, but the
Caravans, where are we going?
gypsies.
Selling them to
Yeah,
the gypsies.
selling to the
That's what
gypsies.
my nana used
The
to tell
plan
me.
for tomorrow is to not die.
No, tomorrow I think we're doing the caverns, and we're going down to the swimming hole.
Some waterfall that,
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
We're doing a swimming
really
hole
pretty
where
down
you
there.
can drive up and drive out.
Yeah.
You don't have to walk.
It's like a 10-foot walk from the water in the park.
Tomorrow's a chill day,
Little
except for the
tiny-
caravans.
Do we get to like sleep
So
in?
you want to
He
sleep?
needs to be out in nature.
Pipe.
Okay, well we'll
We're
do that
serving
tomorrow.
breakfast tomorrow, so you can sleep in a little
Oh,
bit, but
boy.
Mom and I got to get up and get going in the morning.
Sleep in.
We can sleep in.
Huh?
I heard my name.
All right, y'all want to come?
No.
Come on,
Josh.
come on, Violet.
Hurry up.
Yeah, we're gonna do
The
breakfast.
mic's getting cold.
Everybody's camera shy all of a sudden.
We're doing breakfast in the morning for everybody. It's our turn. I'll have to think of a name for our kitchen. Nothing's gonna beat Holly's Hacienda.
Nope. It's going to be called the Choke and Puke.
Why?
Why?
Thanks for that vote of confidence.
Because
babe.
I believe in setting expectations very low, so you can only go up from there.
So you can dazzle everyone.
You're not in charge of naming things.
Is that why you've had so many
Under promise and over
girlfriends?
perform.
No, that's the reason why I showed Mom. Yes, I had to go through all those frogs to find my princess.
Your standards were so low that you were just like, oh, they seem good, and then you dumped them a week later.
No, that's because the dating pool was very shallow where I grew up.
Then move.
I did
It's
to
like
Iraq.
Pokemon Go. You just it's like Pokemon Go. You don't like the Pokemon? Drive.
So, you can't really see him because he's just had the camera range, but Josh just sat down with us.
Hello?
I think I've decided this is probably going to be just for the patrons.
Okay,
Yeah, because people's kids are on and everything.
sure.
And I don't feel like having y'all have to sign media releases.
I'm just a people's kid to you.
I'm a human being. I have a heart and
I'm
soul.
your daughter. How could you say that?
You are your mother's daughter.
So you're saying Mom cheated on you?
No, I'm saying that all Mom's genes kicked all my genes' butts, and what got into you is mostly your mother.
Except for the good stuff.
So you're saying
No, all her mother.
Oh, that's right. It was to be recorded. Yeah. Just kidding.
When are you guys are taking off Wednesday?
Wednesday morning early. Yeah, we're gonna try to make it back
Okay,
in
can
one
we
day.
not? Can we just like stay in a hotel? I don't want to drive. What? I just want to 11 hours.
It'll be 12 or 13, but we'll try. We'll see if we
You
can.
don't want to
12 or 13? That's nothing.
you get up at 4?
16
You're there by
hours
4
in the
p.m.
push bus
or
with
5
half
p.m.
my school. That was enough for
You
me.
get up at 6. You're there by 6 or 7.
But I think my dad wants to leave at like 2.
We won't leave
What?
that early.
Okay,
no.
thank you. We left at 2 on when we were trying to get here. We left at
So
3.
Phil, you missed. We did mess with Bethany just a little bit.
Oh,
Me and
yeah.
Josh had planned. Once she got acclimated and like actually liked us all, what did we tell her?
So there was going to be first part of your initiation. What was it? I know there was a naked riding on a goat
Something,
at
and
one
then
point.
the next part, yeah, tomorrow night the naked ride on the goat.
Yeah, the final initiation is a naked goat ride, and but I told Tommy she won't fall for it. You
She
know,
did, but it was
She's-
so
yeah.
funny. She's like, oh my gosh.
What are y'all thinking? We're trying to get people to come back.
Well, she's hooked now, so then we can
There's
Now you can mess with her,
oxygen
right?
up
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
like they had me at naked goat riding.
No, it has been good for her, though. You know, I mean, it's always easy for her to see me and then think like everybody else is like kind of crazy and I'm the only normal one. You know what I mean? And it's like,
just crazier people.
well, yeah. I just like I always said, like I'm indicative of the group. It's not like I'm an outlier. Like it's like I'm in the middle of it. So like, I'm sure there'll probably some people have opinions that are a little bit this way or that way of mine, but generally speaking, everybody's gonna kind of fall into like a general centralized category down the middle. On
Into
that,
a spectrum,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah. And so I think it's good for her to see. You know what I mean?
She's embarrassed of you.
Well, she's always been embarrassed of me. What
Hey,
you know about
that's
that?
the sign of a good marriage, okay?
When we were buying cheese for this trip, she's like,
You'll understand when
"Where are
you get
going?"
married.
I'm
I'm
embarrassed.
sorry, I'm embarrassed.
You'll understand.
We're going with my dad's prepper group.
When you were buying the cheese for the trip?
I just say
That's
it's my
funny.
dad's friend group. I'm not saying friend group.
That's me.
Yeah, my dad's friend.
I mean, that's not really inappropriate, though.
Yeah,
because-
it's not. It's not.
I don't even know what
You can be friends and be preppers.
You know, what are
You've
we?
at least
You've met us
heard
now. We're
of-
just people.
For your chili
We just
sauce,
have
right?
A big group of weirdos.
weirdos that have common interests.
Yes.
But are they more weird than me?
Don't talk to
I
me again.
mean,
Okay, do you
Oh,
know
really? Who?
what-
Let's name
Just
names.
hires?
Let's name names. Who's more?
Oh! For the record,
Casserole.
she's standing at Andrew.
It's like chips.
I'm gonna sip on this margarita and let this play out.
Yeah.
That's taco casserole.
Well, that's what you get for screwing with her
So
for
yes.
half a day.
Dude, okay.
Happens.
It does.
I'm
She had
trying
it
to like
coming.
the most like.
I
On
had it coming.
I have a friend from California.
so, Josh, like,
Combinations.
what was not on your bingo card about this trip? Because this is the first year you've had the whole family coming.
Yeah. Boy, I don't know.
Did this play out like you thought it would?
It played out like I hoped it would. I guess, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, everybody seems happy. Yeah, I mean, I figured, this was be different this year, being a different location and a little bit different setup, but I figured it would basically be exactly like the last couple, you know what I mean? Where it's mostly just hanging out and having a good time. And who doesn't like that? So, like I said, I think it's good to just kind of normalize, you know, like it's not something that's necessarily different. It's just a different way of looking at things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, you know.
Like this year, we don't like it was because when you're in Arkansas, we kind of knew like what it was, especially now with like Violet and Mom here. It's different because like we don't really know how it is.
Change the
It's their
dynamic a
first
little
year
bit.
here as
Yeah.
well.
But no, it's gone really well. Yep. Right, Violet? Sure.
How much
Tommy's
tequila have
just
you
going around
had?
wrangling. He's just like grabbing everybody.
Here's Kristen.
Well, here, Kristen. I'll move. You can sit down.
What are we talking about?
We're just talking about the trip and how it's been and what it's been for the people that are back home and couldn't make it.
There's no oxygen here.
There is oxygen
There is
here.
no
Can you
oxygen.
breathe through your mouth?
Who
Can you feel the air go in your mouth?
Can you breathe it out?
I would
Are
just
you
like to
alive
say,
and breathing?
this
I breathe there's
friendship
oxygen.
started because of this trip.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, 3 years ago.
3 years
First
ago.
one, Tess was there, and now these two are on. What is it? Messenger kids, and they're talking throughout the year, and
Well,
then
by-
they
Like
get
each
here.
other's numbers.
I know, and then they get here, and it's like no time has passed.
Well, by the end of the first
oxygen
trip
here.
here, they both basically disappeared. Like they ran over to the Haynes yurt and were sitting on a bed, chattering like little girls for the whole afternoon. We never knew where they were after that.
Kind of just took
No,
that yurt
Dad,
over.
you
That's
said
kinda
it wrong.
weird.
It's a yeet. What? You don't remember that? We call the yurts yeets.
The, s-
Violet.
Missed out on that
the
one.
stories come out years later.
We make them.
Yeah, Tess was the only one brave enough to come the first time with me. Everybody else was like, nope. So.
I'll go with you to meet all those crazies.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, it'll be a good time.
Are we going to Pepper Camp this summer?
I can't. It's at the same time as an event at my work.
What?
Museum.
This is why
Tell you what,
you need
you
to
just
move
fly
to
on down to
Louisiana,
Louisiana,
and we'll
and then
take you.
Exactly.
You'll take. We'll
There
take
you go.
Can you
Yeah, just do that. We'll
Can
pick her up
you
from the airport
buy
and
me-
everything.
something? You want me to plane ticket so I can
Something.
fly
I don't
down?
care what it is.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
I'm safe
Buy me
enough to
something.
buy you a plane ticket from Louisiana.
Okay, so it looks like I'm going to inherit a second daughter for prepper camp.
Yay!
They become even more feral at prepper camp.
It's
so.
cheaper to
Yes.
fly to Asheville and then pick her up there.
Just have
Yeah,
her at the
it's true.
airport.
True.
Set a
There's
sign
a
around your
swing
neck.
We'll
set.
say Atlanta.
Take me
She
to
won't
Pepper
do
Camp.
Atlanta.
Just pin $20 and tell her good luck.
Yeah. Your first prepper training.
Yeah.
It's $20.
Here's $20 if you make it back alive.
Yeah, you're
pass.
worthy. Yeah, you're worthy.
But we have more kids. No, maybe we don't. I'm trying to think of all the kids that go to prepper camp.
One.
Is it just one?
Well,
Yeah,
wait.
It's me and another kid.
Sarah's kid.
Sarah has her two that come.
Maybe that is it.
Uh-huh.
Just seems like more at the
Yeah,
time.
you feel like you have a bunch of children.
Yeah, I do feel like I have a bunch of children. They usually sit around the fire and drink.
The children?
I
Children.
The older
I'm not
teenage ones.
allowed.
Do you know the people who do this podcast?
Hey, Dad.
What?
Do you have whiskey and coffee over there?
No.
Oh, dang it.
I'm concerned about her little. Can I try it? Can I have some?
So maybe we should just give her like, you know, a full strength cup and be like, here, kid, go bananas, and then she'll get it all out of her system at once. Or it'll have the
Or I'll
opposite effect.
Die of alcohol
You've
poisoning.
already died 3 times today.
Yes.
You're like a cat. You got a lot of lives.
Does somebody want to?
You got 9 more. Or no, wait, I can't do math.
Yes.
no,
9
you have-
minus.
you have-
Yeah, 9
Wait, how many
minus
times did you
3
have? Oh.
is 9.
Wait, what?
Your math
Patrons,
skills are
welcome to my life.
incredible.
It's preteen girls.
Your math skills are
I know.
top notch. Tess.
So anyway, is there anything else really to talk about?
No.
I feel like
there's
everybody's
no
just
oxygen
zonked out.
here.
It's 10:30 and we've all, yeah, everybody's zonked. Combination of sunburnt and drunk, mostly.
It's been great.
Physically
We should do
Yeah.
that.
All right. Well, I guess let's go ahead and wrap it up. I mean, I wanted to throw everything together real fast and just try to get a few people on to talk to each other and talk to the patrons back home that couldn't make the trip. And it sounds like we're going to bully Andrew into doing this in Michigan next year.
Oh, that's already decided.
That's the word on the street.
How about we bully him into
Everybody's playing on
hiking
Michigan.
with us
Michigan next
instead
year.
of golfing?
You're not here
Well-
this year. Be here next year.
He's going to be the tour guide. He has to come.
Yeah, if you don't show up for that one, that's pretty rough, man.
I say before we
call
like
a parade.
bully him into going to Michigan, let's just like bully him into going on a hike with us instead of golfing.
I love how the 12-year-old girl is all excited about bullying you.
Count me in.
Getting bullied by 12-year-old
Yeah.
girls.
You basically have an extra
It's
niece.
like what is it, the Step Brothers movie? Or whatever it is. They're like, who's bullying you? And it's the like 20
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. But I guess let's go ahead and wrap this up so I can let everybody go home, get some sleep, and breakfast
What's
at our place in the morning.
We'll be there.
All right. Well,
Doesn't matter.
again,
'cause it's our
2025,
turn.
sometime in the summer, probably Michigan, definitely Michigan, and we don't have any more details than that. And my wife just got her foot torn off for the second time and fell over. But yeah. Matter of fact, going out the door. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.